This is huge for the Boston Celtics. Jrue Holiday was seen practicing today and could be as early to go as tomorrow and be back with this Boston Celtics squad. And he's had some uncertainty with his injury, so this is some important news. Plus, the Celtics kind of talk about some gambling. Jayson Tatum, Coach Mazzulla dives into that, and we'll be breaking down what they have to say. All of that and more on this episode of Celtics Digest. I'm Bruce Veliz. Before we dive on this important Jrue Holiday news, though, 73% of our viewers are not subscribed, so we'd appreciate it if you guys hit that subscribe button. If you guys want to check us out on Discord, talk to other Celtics fans, or follow us on Twitter, those links are also down in the description. We also do watch-along live streams. We'll have one tomorrow night versus the Atlanta Hawks, so if that interests you, make sure to come join us. But without further ado, let's get ready. Let's dive into all the news here today, and we're going to be talking about Jrue Holiday being back soon, and we have a lot of news to break down with that. So, as we've heard the reports, we've talked about it, we've been trying to update you as best as you can with all this Jrue Holiday news. He's been out for the last 5 games with which said is dead arm, and he even came out and said a couple days ago that it isn't dead arm, he's just experiencing some shoulder pain. We saw him warm up versus the Chicago Bulls on Saturday. We saw him warm up versus the Atlanta Hawks on Monday night, and today he was seen at practice. We have a tweet here from Bobby Manning saying that Joe Mazzulla said that Jrue Holiday went through practice and could be a go for tomorrow. We want to look at Celtics CLNS as well. We can see that he was at practice today and was looking good. They want to make sure that everybody knows that. And I've seen some reports of him being out indefinitely. People saying that Jrue Holiday, is going to be out for an extended period of time. And we've been telling you guys that it wasn't going to be that serious. We thought that it was a little bit of rest. Now, is there some shoulder pain? Definitely. But is it something that he's working through to progress and can progress through before the start of the season? That is for sure. And we know that he has been so influential for this Boston Celtics team on the offensive side, being very, very sacrificing with his role, hitting some big time shots from the 3-point range. He's leading the NBA in top 3 percentage from 3-pointer, and is hitting 60% from the corner. Just absolutely fantastic. But on that defensive side, the lead defensive anchor is a big contributor to the Celtics in that stock exchange with him and Derrick White, and they've been huge for the Boston Celtics. Not having either of them versus the Hawks on Monday definitely bit us in the butt on, the perimeter defense, but having Jrue possibly back on Thursday will be key for the Celtics. At the moment, he is listed as questionable for that game, but that has been looked better and better since last Sunday, so everything is keep progressing for Jrue Holiday, and hopefully he'll be back with the Boston Celtics on Thursday. If not Thursday, maybe we'll get to see him in the next game. Let us know what you think down below about Jrue Holiday in the comment section, because he has been a key and influential player for the Boston Celtics' success this offseason. The next topic that we're going to be diving in at today is the Celtics speak out on a little bit of gambling. Now, me personally, I've gambled in the past here and there. I'm not going to say and come out here and say that I hate gambling. It's definitely not worth it, but you know what I mean? You got to kind of value it, and some people have been ridiculous with it. I've seen people on Twitter just yelling at players, calling them out, getting super, super frustrated, and it's not fair to them. They're trying to do their job. They're trying to do their best, and even though I'm not, totally against the gambling, I'm against some of the people, heckling and belittling these players, and Jayson Tatum and Joe Mazzulla had a little bit to speak up about on that. As we can see here, Jayson Tatum on Sports Betting the NBA from Noah Dalzell says, fans yell blank at me all the time. Shout, shoot one more 3, get one more rebound, get 25 points before the half is over. I guess I do feel bad when I don't hit people's parlays. I don't want them to lose money. Now, obviously, that doesn't affect how Jayson Tatum's playing, because Noah dived in and gave us a little bit more as well, saying that you didn't mean to interrupt Tatum's play as impacted by the quote in the clip, but you know that just go out there and try to win the game. But it goes to show you how much betting has infiltrated the player experience as well. And like we said, the people are heckling. I've heard it at games when I've been at the TD Garden. I've seen it on social media. People coming out people's heads. There's a guy on TikTok who goes out and has a parlay banned list on guys that screw him over in parlays. It's just absolutely ridiculous. Yes, these players are humans as well, and they have a life. Now, obviously, you can make a lot of money off betting. I'm not going to hate on the people that succeed off of making money off betting. But I'm going to say this. Don't come at them. Don't hate on them. When it comes playoff time, don't be crucifying these guys, because they are real humans as well, and they try to give it their all and 100% for the Boston Celtics, and there's no need to come out and criticize them and hate on these guys. Yeah, they might not have that big of a game. Yeah, they might not, be able to get 25 points in a certain half. But like I keep mentioning, they're not perfect, they're not robots, and these guys switch up their game plan every single night. If the shots aren't falling for Jayson Tatum or Jaylen Brown, we don't want them shot chucking. We don't want them trying to get 23, 25 points just to have an inflated stat line of shooting 5 from 35 from the field. That looks dumb and stupid. Why would we have even such things like that? We want our players to be efficient. We want our players to win. We want them to buy into this winning mentality, and they have done that this season. We've seen the selfish play. Yes, I know we saw some ISO ball on Monday night, but we've seen the selfish play get nicked and nicked and nicked every single year, and this year it has looked the best as team basketball. Obviously, it's not going to be fully 100% perfect, but that is what we have to say. Nuzula had some things to say as well, saying that he obviously said if you take look at the good with it, it's obviously the league makes a lot of money of it, but the gambling has always been around. So he even knows, before it's been a mainstream popularization, before the NBA started to popularize it, trying to use these other companies to make it a bigger thing, it has been around with Vegas, so they have known about it. It's not really affecting them that much, but it definitely takes a toll on these players, definitely takes a toll on how they feel, and it's definitely not what they want to be dealing with. Also, we want to mention this when looking at the Boston Celtics, so this is a crazy stat as well. Look at that NBA net rating leaders. I know I've dived in and talked about how the Boston Celtics have the best NBA net rating, one of the best in NBA history, but as you can see, Derrick White, Sam Hauser, Kristaps Porzingis, Jayson Tatum, Payton Pritchard, and Al Horford, 6 Boston Celtics are atop the total NBA net rating leaders. Obviously, guys like KCP, Trey Murphy, Nikola Jokic, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, they're up there as well. But that is just crazy to see that out of, the top 10 players with the best NBA net rating, 6 of them are from the same team, and they're all from that top team. It just goes to show you how dominant this team is on both sides of the ball, offensively and defensively. And yes, we've seen hiccups. Yes, we've seen some miscommunications. Yes, we've seen some dilemmas run with this squad. I'm not going to come out here and say that, that they've been perfect, but no team has, and we are going to be A-okay. I'm totally believing in this squad. I have no worries going deep into the playoffs, and I think that will be recognized and shown from, how these players have been playing. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section about the whole gambling stuff in the NBA net rating. But as you guys know, the last topic at hand today is the comment of the day. If you guys do not know, drop a comment down so you could be featured on the next comment of the day. It's a big thing that we started to do here. I think it's really, really fun, really, really interesting to get your guys' thoughts and opinions. Like I mentioned, we're going to be trying to do some more live streams, do some radio call-in live streams. That's the thing that we want to test out and figure out how to do that, get that set up possibly this weekend or next week, so you guys can be able to, join the Discord, give us your thoughts and opinions, and tell us how you feel about the Boston Celtics. So if that interests you, check that Discord link, because that's initially how you're going to be able to get in. But like I mentioned, we're going to be looking at this comment of the day from our boy Joseph Ringling 769, saying that it's okay. Coach Mazzulla is doing a hell of a job managing these guys' minutes, rotating their rest days, etc. It's crazy watching our team be in such a good position with a dozen or so games to go. It's nice watching Pritchard shine in his absences, and Hauser look like a straight-up marksman from three-point land. Those two, along with Kornet and Horford, are such a gift to have coming off the bench, and then we have Tillman, who can literally guard 1 through 5 like a beast. I'm very excited to see what this team is going to do in the playoffs. I'm sure there will be adversity at some point, but that's when you find out when you're made of. I have a feeling that this team is going to bring home Banner 18, and like you, Joseph, I'm agreeing. I think this team's going to be able to fight through any adversity. Yes, we've seen them struggle against teams like the Denver Nuggets. We've seen them struggle in late game situations, but we've also seen them succeed in late game situations as well. And like you mentioned, this bench is deep. Everyone's going to be hating. I know that Sam Hauser didn't have the greatest game last game. The bench didn't really perform that well, but the bench isn't going to be their best every single night. And there's going to be games where some guys on the bench win us playoff games, or single-handedly, the bench is going to win us some playoff games. Might be early in the first round, might be in the second round, but it's going to happen. Guys like Payton Pritchard, guys like Sam Hauser, Al Horford, Luke Kornet, like you mentioned, will step up. And Tillman being so effective in guarding that 1 through 5 is huge for how the Boston Celtics will look to scheme defensively. I keep thinking guys like Springer and Brissett as well, maybe in the early rounds, will get some energy to be a spark plug guy off the bench. And Joe Mazzulla is going to show that he has that true versatility, being able to run different guys in different matchups, depending on the series and depending on how many games you are, truly screwing up how the other team is going to game plan to manage the Boston Celtics. But like I mentioned, thank you, Joseph, for your fantastic comment. And like I keep saying, if you guys want to be featured in Comment of the Day, let us know down below what your comment is, and you could be picked. Like I said, thank you guys for tuning into this episode here of Celtics Digest, where we broke down some gambling news and how Jrue Holiday could be back for the Boston Celtics as early as Thursday, and how fantastic that would be for this squad. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this episode. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.